race number 2 of the Kumho Tyre V8 Touring Car Championship. A hesitation from Taz Douglas. He's behind the line still. And this time he gets left behind by Josh Smith. Look at Jason Heck start there in the Hayman, Virginia entry. Moves up a couple of positions as young Josh Smith leads us through the S's for the first time. Got a great start, albeit we did see the Douglas car hesitate at the start. Take the lead though as we go down to turn 3.
Yeah, we'll have to see that on replay. It's hard to say whether Josh jumped. I have a feeling he might, and that's why he's let Taz through. Whether that'll be allowed as a pass, but yeah, Taz obviously loading his clutch up. Just propped a little bit there, but he brought it under control. He stopped before the lights went out, so he'll be fine.
So Douglas up to the top of turn number 7, the old Penrite corner in the days. There is Anderson. He's up in 7th place right now. The Kenwood Holmes entry, his debut in the Kumho Series this weekend. He's been racing big XY GTHO Falcon in historic touring car racing for the past couple of years. The man from Bathurst has taken to the series very, very well indeed. He's behind Jack Sipp in the Uni-Chip Holden as they work down to turn number 10 on lap 1.
Yeah, much cleaner start than race 1. The boys have brought themselves under control a little bit as we make our way up to turn 11.
So it's got a bit of a margin already. Tyler Greenbury is already starting to put the pressure on Josh Smith here in number 14 as they sweep around to this double right-hander and onto the main straight to finish lap number 1 of 12. Jason Heck impressive this time, 4th position in this good pack between Sip Anderson and Jim Policina in the number 7 ex-Tasman Motorsport car.
Yeah, so I think Josh actually a little bit deep there for Sip.
And he's going to come right in the middle and he's going to spin right in front of Anderson. And lucky not to be T-boned on his way back. And he just got the first corner wrong, didn't he? Out on the dirty stuff, and you are history. And this is the big moment for the number 6 car.
Well, we got through the first lap, but the second lap hasn't been as good.
And the 6 has gone around down here of right. He's parked it right in the middle of the line down there. He hasn't scarred up those Kumho tyres. Flick spin around, grabs the gear, and off he goes.
So yeah, I think Jack Sipp obviously went a little bit deep into one, and then dirty tyres as he rejoined. Just a little bit hot. Here we go.
The lights might be a bit of trouble here.
Yeah.
Left-hand side. Wait for the word what goes on from race control there, but
you don't typically get that much of a better jump than everyone else, so
the lights are above the mirror there. It's blocking out a shot of it, but it does definitely creep away frack early here.
Yeah, no, he loaded the clutch up, I think, pretty hard there, and I think he just decided to go to save burning out the clutch. So I'll leave that to the stewards, but his replay of Sip, is it? Yep.
Yep, he gets across, and you either go left or right of the marshalling point and brings all that dirt back onto the circuit. So lucky not to be hit by the Kenwood Holmes Falcon. Oh, and that's Morrison. So maybe Anderson got into the 6.
Yeah, so a bit of contact a bit further up the road as they were trying to regather themselves.
So here he is, and there's assistance halfway down. That's the old pit complex on the right-hand side. And a wild moment here. In these situations, you tend to want to roll the car back across so you don't come to a dead standstill, wouldn't you?
Yeah, he's lucky that everyone saw him, but yeah, just obviously a non-shoot of what happened there at turn 1, and the guys just regathering themselves, probably not looking in their mirrors.
The gap is visual first to second. It's less than 4/10 now through turn 7. Down past the old gum tree, and in comes the Kenwood Holmes car. I'd say there's steering problems with the number 11 machine.
Yeah, there's a fair whack on that front wheel.
Smith looks better in this race.
Yeah, new lap record too. So the boys aren't hanging around. They're pushing, locking the rears.
Just got the car pulled up in time. The 24.47. We're 10th quicker. I talk of Taz Douglas ahead. So Josh Smith will be right on board with the car that debuted at the 2010 Phillip Island 500 with Jason Bright behind the wheel. He's pushing on here. He's getting comfortable with this circuit.
Yeah, a little bit of a roll bar adjustment there. Just watching his wheel work nice and smooth from the young guy there.
They've left Tyler Greenbury behind right now, who's in 3rd position and running a fairly lonely race. 3 seconds back to Jason Heck. Back on board here with Smith. Down to turn number 3. This downhill section, there's that pothole to the left-hand side off the curb. Many of the cars have been caught. This really aggressive curb on the left-hand side of the exit turn 4. This really great sweeping turn 5.
Yeah, Yeah, definitely need to tighten the belts for the sweeper. Nice fast corner. Down to turn 7. Really tight. One of the slowest corners on the track.
It's all about patience with the throttle, isn't it, around here?
Yeah, there's a lot of waiting, a lot of coast time.
Chris Smurden's not waiting, neither too is that Lachalpo. It's Jim Policina. These guys aren't waiting. They want to get on with it. So Smurden, 4th position. 4th, 5th and 6th on board with Jason Heck.
Feeling a bit of aggression here. See how this pans out.
Smurden, new car for him this year. He stayed with the Stone Brothers car, but it's the Irwin Tools Falcon that was raced a few seasons back. Smurden, a former privateer back in the day in the Supercars Championship, ran the initial years of the development series as well. We saw him in the V8 Utes. He's done it all. Here they come to start the half race distance mark here. Lap number 6 comes up soon. And now Douglas 1.2 seconds to Smith, so just starting to put a bit of a margin. We're watching Smurden, Policina and Heck. So it's settled down for the moment.
Yeah, and obviously Policina had to fight back from race 1, so he's taking a little bit easier this time. Oh, nice pass there into 7. Policina obviously capitalised from that one.
Almost got 2 for the price of 1 down there. On board with Heck. Watch the Irwin Tools car stick its nose through and go, yeah, you're on the better line, you take it. And Jim Policina wanted a slice of the action too, but he's on the wrong side of cool down there past the gum tree.
Yeah, bit of a tough one, that turn 7, especially with the car in front. To look in your mirror and you sort of don't see a car, then it pops up, and vision out those side windows is pretty hard, but great job by both of them there to, all 3 of them, racing hard.
Memories of this corner in the past. We go back to 93 where we had a 4-car pile up. Thankfully they stay alive down here to turn 10. They're a long way behind Tyler Greenberry. In fact, it's 7 seconds.
That's what happens when you start battling. Obviously, you're slowing each other up, but look, these guys are having fun and they're not hanging around.
Policina late on the brakes and gets past Smurden there at the second last turn. Going to complete another lap. You see Douglas and Smith just trading laps here at the moment. The gap's less than a second, but we'll stay with this for the time being because this is where the action is. Race 2 of the Kumho Tyre Australian V8 Touring Car Series. Winton Motor Raceway today.
Policina's car looks just a little bit tidier than Smurden's.
So this is how it looked from outside. We're on board with Heck when it happened.
Well, that's a big dive.
It's almost like a McConville on Rick Kelly move back in 2004, wasn't it? Caught him napping at the final turn.
Went to argue it a little bit there.
Here we go back to the leaders, and it's out to a second, but I reckon it's less than that now as they come out of turn number 9, down the old back straight. Now brings them in the left-hander here. Another passing opportunity. Promotes maybe another 2 opportunities to go past cars. What do you think of Winton as a track?
It's a very technical little track. It is a difficult track to pass on, especially in this category, or even V8 supercars, but everything's so close and you've got to almost force something into an error to make a gain. But you know, there are spots where you can pass, but it is definitely one of the... Oh, Smurden locking the rears. Great recovery.
If you remember yesterday in practice, he hit the inside curve and got the rear wheels in the air, and lucky not to do any more damage to the number 39 Falcon. So race beginning to close down now. It's 1.1 seconds first to second. This is Smurden and Heck we're watching. So Jim Policina has left them 2 seconds down the road. So watch Smurden here. Front right pinches, and the rear wanted to turn around on itself.
Yeah, just a little bit of a rear lock caused that one first. Stepped out, but he had it under control, I think.
Down through 5 they go. Outside of these guys, Simon Emerzini's inside the top 10 now. Kovacevic is also in there. Sip after that moment earlier in the race is back to 11th. And Anderson's still in the pits. A shame for the Kenwood Homes team. It's looking very strong after that qualifying effort earlier today.
And see there, Policina up 7 spots, so he'd be kicking himself for that first race. He qualified well, but threw it away twice. Nice move there. This is going to go on for the next lap or 2.
How's the acceleration? The Irwin Tools car just a better line. He's pinched it.
Followed him in.
Head goes off in sympathy with him, and now brings Brendan Strong into the mix.
So Strong there, he's just done his best middle sector, so he's hungry, chasing these boys down in front.
Brendan Strong will be loving this. Up to 7th place. The 75 car. Starting in 9th place. Now could potentially pinch 2 more spots here. Lap 8 of 12, plenty of time on his side. Across the curve, which has been extended, makes it a bit wider down there. Almost brings like a reverse Oran Park, doesn't it?
Yeah. So Heck might be watching his mirrors now. He stopped putting the pressure on Smurden.
That's how it looked. He had to get out of the throttle, didn't he? That's what killed his run. Down to turn number 10 here. Looks like we're heading to a time certain finish, and could have been the big opportunity for Heck.
Yeah, he'd be killing himself. He just sort of watched the car in front and had a lock on the inside front himself. So
here's Simon Amazides. Simon's Earthworks Holden. This is a battle for 9th, 10th, and 11th. We go back to Smurden and Heck.
Heck's car is a lot stronger there at turn 9, just with the front end. See if he can work in here. Oh, he's done it again, locked the inside front. He's definitely got the faster car. He's just going to have to be a little bit smarter about how he sets it up. Oh, deep.
It's a long way back. By doing that, though, you wash off your speed through here, so it's nothing gained, really, by doing that.
Just got to relax a little bit more and pick his spot, but he'll work it out. Oh, we've got a spin for Simon Amazides.
So that'll drop him down to 13th place.
Oh, I reckon he's had a nudge there because there's a bit of debris off the car there.
Just trying to get the car back to life here. This will be a replay. This was Kovacevic behind him, a car that Sam Morabito drove at the first round at Sandown this year.
There'll be a nudge here. Oh, wow.
Easy
that was
to do.
Late in the corner.
Oh, and Jack Sipp lucky not to get collected in that one as well. The Unichip Holden trying to get his way back into the party as well after that wild spin. Stapleton going through in that Shell Helix Falcon as well. Right in the middle of the racetrack. Back to our leaders.
So, look, I mean, Taz is obviously very well experienced. I think he's just managing his gap throughout this whole race and keeping his tyres nice and cool. Anytime he's going to get challenged by Josh Smith, he'll be able to pull away. But Josh is still doing a great job. Nice and consistent, nice and smooth on the wheel. Great young talent.
Each lap, getting more and more experience behind the wheel. This guy's had plenty of it over the years. And we start the final lap, so we're heading to time certain land. So if Smith's going to do anything, it's going to be about 2.5 Ks to do it. THR Developments Holden down through turn number 3. Out to 1.7 seconds, shutting this race down. Just over half a lap remaining. Tyler Greenberry was a further 5 seconds, but then it's 13 seconds back to Jim Pollicina.
Yeah, obviously Jim started a long way back, so he's done great to get there, but you lose that gap straight away from the start of the race.
Pollicina came from 11th on the grid to be up to 4th.
We've got Strong and Heck very close to each other on this last lap. Could have a look at them, it'd be good.
It's about 8/10 of a second between them.
Yeah.
Here comes the leaders. Taz Douglas looking to lock down his second win of the weekend. He's our series leader in the Kumho Tire Australian V8 Touring Car Series. Picking up the win at Sandown earlier this year. One more turn to go. And it finished on the podium at Bathurst a couple of years ago. Looks strong here as he picks up another win in this weekend's Kumho Tire Australian V8 Touring Car Series. Josh Smith will finish in second, 1.7 seconds down the road. Now for Tyler Greenberry, and even further back to Jim Pollicina. Here's that battle we wanted to see. Smurden and Heck, 5th and 6th position. Great race. They really did turn it on here today, Smurden and Heck.
Yeah, a little bit of paint swapping, but great racing for both of those guys.
That's what you expect, though.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Enjoyed that. Taz. Not a mark on the car. Got good tyres for the next race. Another lap record to his name.
And Jack Sepp, all that hard work earlier on will bring him up to a 10th place finish behind Kovacevic. As we take a look at the results, Taz Douglas 2 from 2 after that pole position, cements himself nicely at the top. Josh Smith in second, Greenbury in third, Jim Policina, then Chris Smurden, Jason Heck, Brendan Strong, Anthony Lashalpo in 8th.